Mark, I want to turn to you now. NBC has some brand new reporting that, and I'm going to quote here, intelligence from the United States and close allies currently shows that Russian President Vladimir Zelensky still wants to control all of Ukraine. This is according to 4 Western intelligence officials and 2 U.S. congressional officials. The 6 officials said they believe Putin could agree to a ceasefire and broader peace deal because it would give his military time to reset and rebuild. Now, this is obviously contrary to what President Trump and Secretary Rubio have said. They're all saying they think Putin wants a permanent peace. But is this a bit of a if you give a mouse a cookie situation, right? If you give Putin the Donbass, is he going to stop there, or is he going to want the rest of Ukraine?
Well, it seems to me, Christina, from that reporting that President Trump and even his national security team is not listening to the intelligence that's coming in, because I think that intelligence is entirely right. Look, we are witnessing firsthand the betrayal of Ukraine, an ally who the U.S. has very ably supported, and also the rehabilitation of Russia, which, don't forget, many of us called them a terrorist state. And why is that? Because they raped and pillaged and murdered through Ukraine. They conducted assassination and sabotage campaigns through Europe. Remember, it's even a country that paid off the Taliban to kill our soldiers. And the notion that we're all of a sudden going through this kind of reset, something that has been done many times before and has failed, and getting nothing in return, I think is quite stunning. The U.S. is now, at best, a neutral player on Ukraine. And that's something that I think is very hard, at least for someone like myself, who really supported the cause in Ukraine. It's hard for us to stomach, but also, of course, Europe is aghast at these developments.
And of course, I want to clarify that I met Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. We're struggling with the names today. I apologize. Mark, I just came back from Munich, which is why I'm slightly jet lagged. But when I spoke to European leaders, they were saying they really want to make sure Ukraine is at the table, not on the table. And what is your level of concern that by excluding the Ukrainians and Europeans, that a deal will be made that doesn't benefit either?
Right. There's the old diplomatic adage, if you're not at the table, you're going to get eaten. There's all sorts of variations on that. And that's true, in fact. I mean, we need to give Ukraine their agency. It is their war. It is their fight. And of course, the policies of the Biden administration was that Ukraine was going to ultimately decide. Now we're playing this, somewhat, imperialist role of deciding Ukraine's fate. President Zelensky is understandably not only angry, but I think feels betrayed. And ultimately, I think it's going to come down to the European powers getting together and seeing what type of security guarantees they can give Ukraine. I know there was the meeting in Paris yesterday. I think this will obviously continue. We're going to look for U.S. leadership, but this is going to be, really in the hands of the Europeans to ensure that Ukraine, keeps up its struggle against Russia. And I'm just afraid that the United States is really abrogating, which was 80 years of leadership in Europe. It's a pretty shocking development if you think about where we were just 3 weeks ago, 1 month ago, prior to the election, or prior to President Trump taking office, to now.